Welcome back to another episode of Quick Picks with the Geek. I am your host, Bro Power the Geek. And now it's time for that part of the card, where two featherweights are trying to figure out if they're top 15 material or just elite regional champs who snuck into the UFC Performance Institute and never left. It's Sodiq Super Yusuff taking on Mairon the Legend Santos. Which, I gotta say, calling yourself the Legend when you have one sketchy split decision in the UFC is like putting CEO in your Instagram bio when you sell knockoff sunglasses. But hey, manifest it, I guess. Sodiq Super Yusuff, coming in as a plus 120 underdog with a record of 13-4. Sodiq is that guy who looks like he was built in a Marvel lab, solid striking, mean hooks, and the kind of power that makes you want to keep your hands up and your insurance premiums paid. He's got 6 knockouts, clean technique, and when he lets his hands go, it's terrifying. Problem is, sometimes he lets his hands go like they're attached to a broken slot machine. You're waiting, still waiting, and then you get jabbed once, and he resets. He's had a rough run lately, losing to Edson Barboza and getting finished by Diego Lopez, which doesn't look great on paper unless you rebrand it as learning opportunities. But make no mistake, when he's fighting guys outside the top 10, Sodiq tends to look like a future contender. He has solid takedown defense, keeps his striking technical, and isn't easy to put away. Unless you're, Lopez. He fights smart, sometimes too smart, like he's playing chess while his opponent's just chucking bricks. He'll have the experience edge here, but he needs to stop meditating mid-fight and start throwing. Mairon, the Legend Santos, coming in as a minus 140 favorite with a record of 15-1. So this man is a legend. Of what exactly? High school gym class, Brazilian regional circuits? Because yes, technically he's 15-1, but his last fight against Francis Marshall was one of those, yeah, the judges need glasses situations. He won a split decision that didn't look very legendary and should have been sponsored by robbery-themed escape rooms. But the kid's got skills. He's well-rounded. Decent grappling, decent striking, nothing mind-blowing, but all serviceable. He throws with decent volume, he moves well, and he can mix in takedowns when he remembers they exist. He's kind of like a dollar store version of Arman Tsarukyan. You can tell what they're going for, but the packaging's a little off. He's got 8 knockouts so he can finish the fight, or he can grind you out. He's scrappy, he wins rounds, and he's young enough that you get the sense his ceiling is still climbing. He's got a Muay Thai background and a purple belt in BJJ, and he looks physically strong for the division. But again, he barely got by Francis Marshall. And there is no shame I think Francis is good, but I would have liked to see more from Santos in that fight. So, who wins? If Sodiq shows up as the guy who blitzed Alex Caceres or Andre Fili, he might style on Santos. His experience, power, and tighter technique give him the edge in clean exchanges. But if he goes full stare and wait mode, Mairon can just rack up volume, maybe hit a takedown or two, and bank rounds on the scorecards. Sodiq's takedown defense should keep him upright, but the question is, will he do enough? Mairon probably won't finish Sodiq unless he completely collapses from inactivity, and Sodiq hasn't really been outgrappled badly outside of Lopez. Official pick. I'm going with Sodiq Yusuff by decision. I think he's going to land the more damaging shots, spook Mairon with the power early, and force a slower-paced fight that favors him. He's fighting for his spot in the UFC pecking order, and I think he knows that. Look for him to stuff takedowns, keep it standing, and remind Mairon that legends are usually made, not declared on your first trip to Vegas. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat when the next video drops. And don't be shy. Leave a comment below and let me know who you got winning this fight. Let's see who really has the crystal ball around here. Until next time.